Patient came to the office because she had something she couldn't recognize in her hairline, in her scalp. And upon further investigation, I decided it needed to be extracted. And the longer I look at this, the more I realize that was probably the best decision. She's fully anesthetized. She's been under for about 17 minutes. I'm a little concerned about how quickly this will be coming out. It has a rather large exit wound, but luckily we haven't seen any blood or other bodily fluids. It's a very clean extraction. Just want to make sure we got this out of her as soon as possible. I'm using number 26 elbow tweezers. There we are. Just trying to remove these as quickly as possible. Excellent. The organism seems to be coming out very smoothly, which is nice. It's so important to make sure that we can get this out of here in one piece. I am mildly concerned about infection. So, after the extraction's been completely performed, I'll be sure to prescribe an oral antibiotic, as well as an antibiotic cream or ointment for topical use. Very pleased with the progress we're making so far. We've already extracted roughly 10 centimeters of the organism. Having the patient under sedation is going to be very, very helpful. Much easier to keep her calm. This is a potentially upsetting procedure, so it's nice not to have to worry. It's really important to make sure that we keep a very well lubricated seal at the bottom of the organism here, because there is no bodily fluid or blood. It's important that we keep that nice and moist. This is going very, very well. I've already extracted probably close to 20 centimeters of organism, which means that we're probably nearing the end of the procedure. Interesting. Looks to be a very segmented creature. I'm seeing a lot of rings up and down the sides. Very flexible, not rigid. Which makes for a very easy extraction. Rigid bodies are usually a lot more prone to breakage, whereas flexible bodies, the main concern there is retraction back into the tissue. Okay, wonderful. Gotta spread the hairs away from the scalp to make for an easier extraction. Excellent. At this point, we've removed roughly 30 centimeters of organism. We must be reaching the end. It's very important to keep a nice, firm motion. Circular motion will also help to extract. Excellent. A little worried about the tearing of the skin at the base here. We'll probably have to use sutures to close the scalp again once we finally remove the organism. We'll also have to send it off for analysis to make sure that there isn't the additional concern of eggs laid inside the scalp. Wonderful. We've probably moved close to 50 centimeters of organism at this point. So we have to be close to the end. I don't know how long this thing is, but it can't be much longer. It's so important to be so careful. firm pressure is crucial, but we don't want to break it, okay? Good. Wonderful. So it's important to keep removing closer and closer to the base of the organism as we gently but firmly extract. Keeping a very firm seal all along the bottom so we don't have to worry about blood or any other bodily fluids escaping. The cleaner we can make this extraction, the less risk we have for infection. But for prevention's sake, we'll probably still prescribe an oral antibiotic. Fantastic. We have roughly 60 centimeters of organism outside the scalp now. We've made fantastic progress in removing it. The organism seems to have expired because we don't have nearly as much motion as I would expect from a live organism. So we'll continue to quickly yet firmly and gently remove the organism. Perfect. Look at that. She came to the office yesterday complaining of itching and a mild tingle sensation. It wasn't necessarily a painful situation, but it was very unusual. So we've been working on this ever since. We were able to schedule her for an immediate procedure, and here we are. Again, it's very, very important to make sure that this exit wound receive excellent post-op care. We're going to flush it thoroughly with saline and a betadine solution to make sure that no bacteria will persist. Close it with one, maybe as many as 3 sutures. And she should have very minimal scarring, if any at all. It's just so important to see your health professional whenever anything like this comes up. Wonderful. I can tell we're getting very close to the end. It's so important. Wonderful. So, especially if you spend any time in the outdoors, it's so important to make sure that you check your scalp, armpits, any of those kinds of things for anything that you may have picked up in the great outdoors. There we are.